Hello, I'm Courtney Robertson, developer advocate at GoDaddy, and you're back again for another Inside Airo AI Builder. If you use ChatGPT a lot, your brain is probably trained to write a certain kind of prompt. Today, I want to show you what happens when you paste that same kind of prompt into Airo AI Builder. Spoiler, the credits drop, the result is generic, and the website you wanted is not the website that you're going to get. Then I'll go back and fix it with one rewrite. Same goal, same business, same Airo AI Builder, just a prompt that knows where it is. Both prompts are going to start from this exact same business brief. The only thing that's going to change in this is how much of it I actually tell Airo AI Builder. So this business is Sage and Suds Cleaning Company. It's a two-person eco-friendly residential cleaning crew. They're based in the Phoenix metro area. They're plant-based and they have fragrance-free products. Customers are busy households with kids and pets. They want same-week booking. The site needs to have a book a cleaning, show the service tiers, show the service area, show the reviews, and show the contact information. What we've found is that most real first-time users, if they're using ChatGPT, will phrase things like this: 6 sentences, mostly adjectives, no specifics about what kind of cleaning or who the customer is, what the site needs to do, or where the business operates. It will often produce something, but it will not produce Sage and Suds. So the prompt that we're going to give Airo AI, if we are acting like we've just been talking with ChatGPT a lot, is to say, build me a website for a cleaning company, make it look professional and modern, include a services page, an about page, and a contact page. Use eco-friendly branding, make sure it looks good on mobile. So that's roughly how I would phrase it if I were used to ChatGPT. It is not a bad prompt. It's a prompt that assumes a model will fill everything in that I left out, which is fine for a chat, not so fine for a website. While that runs, I want to flag what to watch for. I'm looking at 3 things. 1, did the homepage say what we were actually going to do, or did it say generic cleaning? 2, did it set up the service tiers that I would need to take a booking? 3, did it pick visuals that match an eco-friendly small crew, or did it default to the corporate cleaning company stock vibe? You'll see that it's asking me for the name of the company, and I need to type in Sage and Suds Cleaning Co. And it's asking me more questions because I didn't type any of that in. Residential home, commercial, deep cleaning, move in, move out. So I'm going to need to answer that this one is households, so residential home. Target customer, homeowners. Cool. So this is going to think for a little bit. Let's, while we're doing that, open up another tab and I'll show you a better way to prompt. So here is Airo AI Builder. And in this prompt, this one gets a little bit more specific. I'm building a homepage for Sage and Suds Cleaning Company, a 2-person residential house cleaning service in the Phoenix metro area. We use plant-based fragrance-free cleaning products and serve busy households who want to clean home without harsh chemicals around their kids and pets. Build a single site in these sections and in this order. I'll hit send and preview this in a window. And you can pause here if you want to read the entire. But you can see that it's a lot more detailed about the exact pages that we want. And it's going to also indicate more information about the visual style and the audience, as well as, for this prompt, only focus on the homepage and the booking form. We'll add reviews and all that other stuff later. So we'll let that think. So remember, this is the more detailed prompt. Let's go back and see what the less detailed prompt is doing. Our results are in, and we need to take a look at what we've got, right? So this is the first prompt, the one that if I were writing as though I were ChatGPT, thinking like a ChatGPT, how my page would come back to me. First of all, there are 3 things that I'm going to spot with this. Professional cleaning services for your home instead of eco-friendly. So the things that I can see that are here, I really like the blob shapes in the background that feel like they're moving just a little bit. This image kind of breathes up and down. What I can see is that nowhere in here does it say where my business is located. It doesn't really have much information about me as an individual yet. And I don't see so do you remember the 3 prompts that Airo AI Builder asked me after I gave it that vague prompt? Question 1, what's your cleaning company's name? Originally, I didn't give it one, so now I answered Sage and Suds Cleaning Company. Question 2, what types of cleaning services do you offer? We didn't give it one either, so we selected residential cleaning. And question 3, who is your primary target customer? We said homeowners. We really mean homeowners that have kids in particular, but we just said homeowners. So here's the thing I want you to notice. Those 3 questions, name, services, and customer. That's literally the golden rule for Airo AI Builder. What you're building, who it's for, and what it does. Airo is asking me the golden rule one question at a time because I didn't put that into the prompt. The golden rule isn't an external framework I'm imposing. It's the minimum context Airo needs to do its job. Front load, or it will ask you. Once I answered all 3, Airo planned the build, picked the typography, scaffolded the header and the footer in parallel, and then built the homepage. Real engineering. That's the product doing solid work. So here's what I've got. A hero image. The company name is listed. We have some standard service tiers for clean, deep clean, and move in, move out. Why choose us with a 98% rebook stat? Testimonials, eco-friendly Sage palette. It's actually really good, which is the part that surprises people. Airo did not fail. It just made me work for it. So here's the thing that I didn't know before I started to try this. The site is good. Look at it. It would probably ship as a baseline. So what is the cost? Not quality, not aesthetics. The cost is in the conversation. The Q&A loop is the cost. Airo asks for the context the prompt didn't provide. Every question is a turn. Every turn is more credits and more time. The output is not bad. It is just expensive. The site Airo eventually built is solid. The friction was in getting there, not what got there. Every blank in your prompt is a question that you'll end up answering later. Airo will get the information one way or another. You will choose when. Front-load it in the prompt or back-load it in the clarifying questions. This is not AI being bad at its job. This is the AI doing exactly what it should. It needs context to do good work. We didn't give it any, so it asked. The golden rule from our prompting do's and don'ts guide says, tell Airo AI Builder what you're building, who it's for, and what it needs to do. The more context in one prompt, the fewer follow-ups that it will need. That is not abstract. That is literally the number of clarifying questions Airo has to ask you to do its job. The golden rule is shorthand for skip the QA by front-loading the answers. So here's the version that had all of the very thorough details listed. I have done nothing for it to give it any kind of direction. I didn't answer any questions. And the first thing that it asks is just simply, what do you think about the design? Looks great. Let's add the customer reviews, change the color scheme, or adjust the fonts. These are all looking really good to me. I noticed that again, we have our sage and cream type of colors, which is amazing. You will see though that I'll accept these. At the bottom, we see some basic, you see that it did add a logo for us. And our services area specifically is listed, saying that we serve the Phoenix metro area, and that includes the other city names nearby. Let's take a look again at the version with all of the thoroughness and the details in that prompt. We front-loaded all of the information about who we're serving, where we are located, what kind of business. Our golden rule has been filled in. So we see that Sage and Suds Cleaning Company is in the hero image. We have a booking form, not just the contact link, right? So there's our booking form and the actual neighborhoods visited in the service area. Same business idea, same Airo AI Builder, 2 prompts. The first one made me have 3 questions in the conversation to answer. The second one built it without any of that. So what changed? The context lives in your prompt or in the clarifying questions. Airo gets the answers either way. You just choose when. Front-load it in the prompt or back-load it in the QA loop. One focused task beats one giant ask. The homepage and booking, not homepage and booking and email and blog and SEO and social. And we first need to just get a baseline for anything that we're building and then iterate. Both sites are now editable. The optimized one starts from a place where the next iteration is make the booking flow shorter, not redo the entire homepage. So if this clicked for you, 2 things to grab. The prompting do's and don'ts guide is in the description. It is the same guide that I used to help write the prompts today. The Airo prompt library is also linked with starter prompts for salons, restaurants, plumbers, and a bunch of other small businesses. And if you are deep in this with us, the Airo Builder Lab on Discord is where the prompting and knowledge channel lives. That is where conversation gets really specific. Drop a comment with the business you would like to build first. Pick one that gets the most likes, and I'll rewrite the prompt for it in one of our upcoming episodes. Subscribe for more, and I'll see you again on the next one.